What's going on, everybody, and welcome to a new video. As always, I am your host for all eternity, Horror Kid, and for this review, I thought I'd take a look at a game in a series that fans often just either gloss over or just straight up forgot about until Relax did a video on the very game I'm talking about. That game is, of course, being Super Paper Mario. This game is an action platforming RPG released back in 2007 and was developed by Intelligent System and released for the Nintendo Wii. I actually started the Paper Mario series from there, and later I would play the original via Virtual Console on the Wii and later the Wii U. Thousand Year Door also on the Wii before stopping at Sticker Star on the 3DS. Until I lost my copy. I never touched Color Splash, and I only saw Shay Midnight play Origami King when I was at his place. Hell, I didn't even know Mario and Luigi Paper Jam was even a thing until a year after the game came out. But Horror Kid, I hear you asking, how does Super Paper Mario fit into October? It's not spooky in the slightest. Well, you're not wrong, but you're also not right at the same time. But for now, I say it's time we abridge the hell out of this story, so you can see why this and the next game I'm looking at fit in. So the story focuses on Mario, Peach, Bowser, and for the first and so far only time in the Paper Mario series, Luigi, going across different worlds and save them from the evil that is Count Bleck, from destroying all of existence as they know it. Apart from our four heroes, we also have these fairy-like creatures called the Pixels that we also rescue throughout the game. So why does Count Bleck want to destroy all of existence? Well, you see, prior to the event of the game, he was actually a man named Lord Blumiere and was a member of a group called the Tribe of Darkness, a group that had broken off from the Ancients after sealing something called the Dark Prognosticus in an ultimately misguided attempt to prevent the powers from being abused. One day, Bleck was found injured at the base of a cliff by a human girl known as Timpani, aka Tippy as we would later know her as, and nursed Bleck back to health. Despite his father's warning to stay away from the humans, Blumiere became captured by her kindness towards him, sneaking out of the castle frequently to meet her, and the pair eventually fell in love. After learning his father had threatened Timpani and realizing their love could not survive there, Blumiere proposed to Timpani. But before they could get married, his father abducted and banished the bride from their dimension, wiping her memory clean and cursing her to wander through the world until the day she died, out of fear for the marriage to dilute the blood of the tribe. So Blumiere was convinced that the love of his life was gone forever, and believing that life and existence is meaningless without Timpani, he used the Dark Prognosticus and used it to destroy his dimension as well as every other dimension in existence. Hold on. This is starting to remind me of another character from a completely different franchise altogether. Lost the love of their life, turned to the dark side as an act of revenge, and used said darkness to destroy all of existence. Oh my god, it's Matthias from Castlevania Lament of Innocence, as well as Dracula from the entire franchise. Mixed in with a bit of Romeo and Juliet, of course. Though, what if I told you that Bleck wasn't the true mastermind of the game? You see, very early in the game's story, we are introduced to the four primary minions of Bleck: Mimi, Ochunks, Dementio, and Mr. L. Well, Mr. L is just Luigi, if it's that obvious. So, technically three: Mimi, Ochunks, and Dementio. And already Dementio is a bit sketchy in every way, shape, and form. Not helping the fact is that the dude looks like a jester. But after beating Count Bleck, it is revealed that Dementio is the true mastermind the entire time, with different motives than the Count. But I say that's enough spoiling the story. So, does the gameplay hold up after 13 years? In terms of how the game controls, it's still good. We control the characters using the D-pad on the Wiimote. This game doesn't support GameCube controllers or classic controllers at all. Now, instead of turn-based battles like the previous two Paper Mario games, we are now in an action RPG, not a turn-based RPG. Each character also has their own unique special abilities, like Mario can flip into 3D, Peach can glide with the parasol, Bowser can shoot his signature flames, and Luigi can super jump. Though the most I want to say unresponsive thing of Super Paper Mario's gameplay is Tippy herself. Pointing the Wiimote at the sensor bar allows us to essentially use the tattle ability like we could do in the previous games, telling how much health, defense, and attack each enemy has, some extra information about them, and how to easily beat them. But why do we have to point at the sensor bar? I played and beaten this game with a Wiimote with WiiMotion Plus inside, and while it works, I'm still questioning why. Oh wait! I think I know. This game was originally going to be a 2006 GameCube game, but at that point the GameCube's fate was practically sealed, and thus development switched over to the Wii. Well, I say that's about it for the gameplay. Overall, while some things about it haven't aged that good, I say the game is still enjoyable. The soundtrack is something that isn't that memorable, at least to me. Off the top of my head, I can only think of like 2 songs from the game. The ending theme that plays after watching the credits, and my favorite, the final boss theme, Ultimate Show. Just listen to the lyrical version done by Man on the Internet. That'll just make the song that much better. Overall, is Super Paper Mario any good? Yes. Yes, it is. From a good story with anime-esque writing, some great and memorable villains such as Mimi Dementio and Count Bleck, and outside of the poorly aged controls and forced in motion controls, I say give this game a shot. I am giving Super Paper Mario an 8.5 out of 10. Now, I want to hear from you all. Did you play Super Paper Mario and could you recommend it to a friend? Leave your answers in the comments below. Give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Follow me on my social medias. Links are down below as always. And while you're here, consider subscribing if you enjoyed my content and want to see more. I've been HorrorKid and I will see you all in the next video. Take care, everybody.